I strongly believe that you can brainwash yourself into achieving any goal that you set your mind to. I say this because I've brainwashed myself, and I turned my goal of running a thriving online business that gives me freedom into a reality. If you're new to the channel, my name is James Eardley, and I've built and scaled an e-commerce business to 7 figures that has allowed me time and location freedom. And with these videos, I'm showing you how to achieve the same success. In this video, I will show you the mental shifts and practical steps that I followed that made all the difference in my life. Firstly, we need to reframe the term brainwashing. So brainwashing literally means washing your brain so that you look at the world, you view yourself and your actions within the world in a completely different way. But normally, the way that we frame brainwashing is in a negative way, where you're being brainwashed to do something for somebody else's benefit. Whereas actually, if you want to achieve great things in your own life, you can brainwash yourself so that you believe things in the way that you want to believe them, and you see things in the way that you want to see them in order for you to achieve your goals. So brainwashing doesn't have to be a negative thing. You can choose to brainwash yourself to be constantly on self-improvement and have a relentless focus on your goals. The way I did this was by brainwashing myself in a certain way so that I would be pushing towards my goal every single day, and I would remove all distractions. Now, we have a choice. We are always going to be brainwashed, but you can choose what you are brainwashed by. Every second of every day, the inputs that you're receiving is brainwashing you. It is up to you to decide what you allow into your mind to brainwash you, so that you get different results based on what's coming into your mind. So when I learned this, the way I implemented this into my life was that I started to curate all of the different inputs that came into my mind so that I was going to get the best possible outputs. Because if you have low quality inputs, you'll have low quality outputs. But if you have high quality inputs coming into your mind, then you'll create high quality outputs. And the only way you're going to achieve anything or build something big in your life is if you are creating a lot of value and some high quality outputs is coming from you, and then you'll then receive the reward in monetary reward and in freedom. So it's up to you to create high level outputs, and that comes from the inputs. So for example, what I did was I removed Twitter because I knew I wasn't getting high level inputs from there. You may need to curate your own Twitter feed or delete it altogether. I stopped watching and I stopped listening to the news of any kind. So even when I was listening to the radio, if I was listening to Radio 1 in the UK and they have a news segment in the radio, I'd immediately turn it off before exposing myself to any poor quality inputs. Same as the news on social media or on TV, I didn't allow any of it into my life, and I moved on to a low information diet, as it's called by Tim Ferriss in the 4-Hour Workweek. And what that did is it changed the inputs that were coming into my life, so I was only receiving inputs that taught me and showed me how to achieve my goals. I also changed who I spent my time with and was very selective about the people who I spent time with to make sure the messages I was getting from the people around me were positive towards my goals and they weren't bringing me down. I believe changing your inputs and curating your social media feed and creating what comes into your life is so important, because I know that mindset literally changes the way that you see the world. The reason that's the case is because the way that we see the world is completely subjective. Nothing in this world is objective. The way you see something is different from the way that somebody else sees something, because we are all looking through a different lens. We're all looking through the lens that we've created for ourselves. And the lens you see things through is a lens that has been created by all of your past experiences, and that is projected onto anything that you see in the future. Because as humans, we're trying to create patterns. And if you've seen things happen in a certain way in the past, you'll project those previous experiences onto the new experiences that you come across. And so you'll see things with all of that judgment in between you and the actual subject that you're looking at. And that's why it's subjective. Nothing in this world is objective at all. So because you see something through a lens, the key to this is that we actually have the power to create that lens and to change the perspective through which we see everything in our life. So if you have a different lens, you will see things differently, and that will give you then different actions, and different actions give you different results. Now, brainwashing yourself comes in a few different steps. The first step is changing the inputs that you get that impacts the lens that you see the world. And then you need to start to think about what is it you actually want to achieve with the brainwashing that you want to give to yourself. So for me, I wanted to achieve running and a thriving online business that would allow me time, location and financial freedom so that I could start to use my time how I wanted to, and then importantly, be able to give back to those around me because I had enough time and freedom from the money that I was generating through an online business that I was able to make the world a better place around me. That has always been my goal. And so in order for me to achieve that goal, I needed to start changing what was coming into my life in order to give me the confidence that I could achieve these big goals that I had. So in order to do this, I made that my clear goal, and I started to create vision boards around what that looked like. So I could see a vision board on my lock screen on my phone. I had it up on the wall in front of me, in front of my desk. And so every morning I would see, and every time I opened my phone, I would see the vision that I was going towards, and I'd start to brainwash myself into seeing that repeatedly to know that that was more normalized and that was going to be the goal and the life that I was going to live. I'd make this my absolute goal. And another way that I brainwashed myself was I would change the password that I would enter into my laptop, both my personal laptop and my work laptop at the time when I was in a 9-to-5 job. And I would change the passwords to things that were constantly reminding me of my goals. Like my password would be 10K a month, or that teachers everywhere. And it would start to brainwash messages into my mind that I was going to be achieving these monthly income figures and that I was going to be learning from everyone around me. And you can do that to yourself. You can start to feed yourself these messages, whether that's the passwords that you decide to set or if it's the vision boards that you create. Then once you've got a clear vision and a clear goal about what you want to achieve, you then really distill this and push this into your subconscious mind by doing a visualization practice every morning. So start to see exactly what your life looks like and play that in your mind every morning, a full day in the life of you living your dream life. And that shows your mind what's possible and where you're going. It also shows you every morning that you've made a commitment to living a certain life, and it reframes the way that you're going to see everything that day if you've set yourself off in the right way. So you're brainwashing yourself again in the morning about where you want to be in the future and what your life's going to look like. And then when you come across challenges, when you come across decisions about whether you do the hard thing to achieve your goal or take the easy route, you'll remember the commitment you made yourself because you set yourself up in the right way. The next step to achieving these goals that you've brainwashed yourself to achieve is to break them right down into small, actionable chunks. And the way I did this was by using something like a legend planner, which I've used now this is the 4th legend planner, so 4 years that I've been using it. And what it helps you to do is write down your goals and then break down the actions that you need to take to achieve those goals into manageable monthly, weekly, daily tasks. And once you've got that, it gives you the power every day to take action and to go towards your goals. Then with this clear goals that you need to achieve every day and every week, you then start to realize that you are achieving goals frequently. And then I would start to make a point of celebrating and patting myself on the back for every goal that I achieve, even when they're very small, because you could see that they were taking you to your overall goal. And this might sound ridiculous, but it's all part of the process because it gives you that confidence that you are going to achieve what you want to achieve. And it's brainwashing. It's giving yourself that positive reinforcement that the actions you're taking are exactly aligned with the actions that you want to take. So the way I would do this, I would post in an online community when I achieve certain goals, so I get pat on the back by my friends inside the community. Also, I would cheer to myself when I achieved certain goals. So if I'd finished signing up a new supplier that I was working with for my e-commerce business, I'd put the phone down and I would cheer because it would positively reinforce that message that I was doing the right thing. So I'd either celebrate to myself or I'd celebrate to my Springer Spaniel, who'd be lay in the room, my dog with me there, and he would appreciate the celebration as well. But it's all reinforcing yourself for the right actions and giving yourself a pat on the back. Now also, you need to be able to adapt because it won't all be successes. There'll be failures, there'll be challenges and obstacles, but you need to be able to be adaptable, knowing that every morning you've committed to the goal you're going to achieve. And instead of being so fixated on the method that you're going to take to achieve your goal, you just need to be focused on the lifestyle that you want to live. So when I first started an online business, I thought I was going to start selling trending products from AliExpress by dropshipping. And when that didn't work out, I realized I had to pivot the business model that I was using, find a new mentor, And if I was fixed in the method that I was going to use to achieve my goal, I would have been stuck in a poor quality business model. So instead, I was able to be adaptable, shift, find a new mentor, find a new community, find a new business model, because I was focused on the end goal, the lifestyle, rather than the method that I was going to use to get there. The ongoing part of the brainwashing is by curating your environment to make sure that you're continually learning and continually motivated to improve. The two biggest ways that I was able to curate this environment and create this for me so I could take a step forward every single day was by continuous learning with the resources that I was surrounding myself with, and a community that meant I was around the right people that were going to push me towards my goals. So in terms of education and the right learning, I would read about 40 books every single year. So not quite a book a week, but not too far away from that. And I'd make sure that I started a new book most weeks, because the messages that I was getting from those books, self-improvement, business books, autobiographies from successful people, they taught me the right messages that I wanted to keep feeding to myself to give me the confidence to go after my goals. And then in terms of the community and the people that I was around, I would join online communities or get around new friendship groups and move away from friendship groups that weren't as helpful, so that I was around people that I was going to constantly learn from and that were always going to be bringing me up. And it's constant brainwashing, but it's deliberate brainwashing by getting around people that are going to be pushing in the right direction. So this is where I found Lewis Smith and Dropship Unlocked. And I realized that by getting as close as possible to the mentors and the people that were living the lifestyle and owning the businesses that I wanted, the closer I was to them, the quicker I would get to their position as well. And so I made it my mission to get around people that were more successful than me as much as possible. And investing in training, investing in courses always paid off for me. And I always paid more attention when I was around people that I really aspired to be like. And then once you've got your new curated environment, you're learning consistently, you're part of new friendship groups, you're part of online communities, the key is to make it enjoyable so that this new consistent actions that you'll be taking towards your goals is sustainable. And the reason it needs to be sustainable is because for you to achieve something fantastic, we'll need to be sustainable and go along with the new consistent routine for a long time. So enjoy it. Make it fun. Make sure you enjoy the people that you're around. Enjoy the lessons that you're learning. Curate your environment to make it fun and engaging and deliberately helping you to be the right type of person. So although it might take some time to get into this new routine, you end up enjoying this new life more because it's more in line with your values and it allows you to get to the lifestyle and the goals that you want to achieve. So remember, takeaways from this video is that you choose who brainwashes you. Somebody is brainwashing you at all times. So make sure it's you instead of people that aren't going to be getting the best for you and people that don't want the best for you. Make sure you know you best. You should choose the environment that you're in order to achieve the goals that you've got. The next thing to take away is that it's important for you to stand guard at the gates of your mind. So there will be lots of different inputs trying to make their way into your mind and to impact the actions that you take. It's up to you to fend off the poor quality inputs and to make sure that you're only receiving the inputs that are going to help you to achieve your goals. And finally, you need to surround yourself with the right messages consistently. So like reading books, watching the right type of YouTube videos, listening to the right podcasts. Continually consume the right information, remind yourself of what it is you want to achieve, and you'll be able to follow through because you'll have brainwashed yourself positively to take the right actions and get to where you want to get to. So that's that for today's video. A quick note, if you are struggling to get around the right people, or if you're struggling to get out of a 9-to-5 job and into running a successful online business, then I am creating a community called Freedom Builders, and that is the first link in the description beneath this video. So check it out if you'd like to join us, other ambitious people, all working towards a common goal, and it's completely free. But don't worry, if you're not interested, feel free to completely ignore that. I just hope you have gained value from today's video. If you have, drop the video a like, comment to let me know if you like this type of video, and subscribe to the channel to get more videos like this. And with that said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video.